The Love Boat's Jill Whelan says only one person knows Charo's real age. Charo was a frequent guest star on the series, often playing April Lopez. Jill Whelan says there's really just one person who knows former co-star Charo's genuine age aside from the Spanish entertainer herself. The person on set of The Love Boat who was in charge of the passports. Whelan, who portrayed Vicky Stubing on The Love Boat, speaks to Tori Spelling on the Wednesday, November 19th episode of her Misspelling podcast. While chatting about Charo, Spelling remarked, "Is it true that nobody knows her age?" Whelan, who is 59, said, "Well, yes, but my friend who worked on Love Boat, she actually had to have her passport information." Whelan added, "So Elaine knows her age." Whelan claimed that when Charo married then 66-year-old Xavier Cugat in 1966, she had to be older since she was reportedly underage. "So that's why it gets so foggy," she replied. After marrying the band leader, Charo moved to the United States with him. Some estimate that the entertainer, who was in a flamenco guitarist pupil, was barely 15 years old at the time. However, other newspaper articles have suggested she was between 17 to 20. The two divorced 12 years later. A 1986 article published in the Los Angeles Times highlighted that Charo cut a full decade off her age legally by arguing before a U.S. District Court in Las Vegas that her passport and citizenship documents, which listed her birthday as March 13, 1941, were off by 10 years. And she says in her act, she goes, "I know all of you. You want to know how old I am. You usually say, 'How old does this be?'" Whelan continued, "And I did remember, but I can't. She's got to be in her late 70s, I'm going to say." Whelan recently reunited with Charo, who was a recurring guest star on the show, along with fellow co-stars Fred Grandy, Bernie Koppel, and Ted Lang on Princess, cruises a Love Boat celebration, which sets sail out of Galveston, Texas, to Mexico on November 16 for a 7-night sailing. Grandy and Lang have recently started recording episodes of the Love Boat podcast produced by Grandy's son, Charlie. The trio will revisit the series and invite on guest stars that starred on the Love Boat over its 10-season run.